I didn't know. I didn't know.
I always knew my husband was cheating on me. I didn't learn it from gossip. No one warned me. No one showed me proof on a phone screen. I learned it the most painful way possible, inside my own home, inside my own bedroom. One ordinary day, while cleaning, I found another woman's lingerie hidden in a place only I should have known. It was delicate, unfamiliar, chujoi. My hands froze, my chest tightened. In that moment, my heart understood what my mind was still afraid to accept. I remember sitting on the edge of the bed, holding that piece of fabric, asking myself 1,000 questions. Who was she? How long had this been happening? What did I do wrong? The pain was sharp, humiliating, and suffocating. I felt betrayed, not only as a wife, but as a woman who had given her entire soul to one man. I could have confronted him that very night. I imagined screaming, throwing it in his face, demanding answers. I imagined leaving, slamming the door behind me, taking my dignity and walking away. But love has its own cruel logic, and I loved him more than I loved my pride. So I stayed silent. Not because I was weak, but because my heart still hoped. I hoped that this was a phase. I hoped he would realize what he was about to lose. I hoped Allah would see my pain and guide him back to me. Those days were the hardest of my life. I learned how to smile while my heart was breaking. I learned how to cook dinner while my eyes burned with unshed tears. I learned how to lie next to a man I loved and feel completely alone. Every time he was late, my imagination tortured me. Every time his phone buzzed, my chest tightened. At night, I cried quietly into my pillow so he wouldn't hear me. There were moments I hated myself for staying. Moments I looked in the mirror and didn't recognize the woman staring back. Moments I asked Allah, why me? What lesson am I supposed to learn from this pain? But I endured. Months passed. Time has a strange way of revealing truth. Slowly, almost imperceptibly, things began to change. He stopped coming home late. His phone was no longer glued to his hand. He started asking me how my day was and actually listening. One evening, he came home holding flowers. Not because of an anniversary, not because of a mistake he admitted, just flowers. He kissed my forehead and smiled the way he used to when we first fell in love. The next day, he brought chocolates, then small gifts, then words, warm, sincere words I hadn't heard in a long time. He began to value me, to notice me, to treat me with a gentleness that felt new and deeply sincere. I never asked him what happened. I never mentioned the lingerie. I never demanded explanations. Some truths don't need confessions. Actions speak louder than apologies. Our home slowly filled with light again. Laughter returned. Our conversations grew deeper. He started protecting my feelings, respecting my boundaries, loving me openly and proudly. I saw remorse in his eyes. Not spoken, but lived. And I realized something important. Forgiveness does not mean forgetting. Forgiveness means choosing peace over poison. It means refusing to let bitterness destroy what can still be healed. Today, we are happy. Not the naive happiness we once had, but a mature, tested, resilient happiness. The kind that survives storms. The kind that understands pain. The kind that chooses loyalty every single day. Sometimes, late at night, when he is asleep beside me, I look at his face and whisper a quiet prayer. I believe this happiness is Allah's reward for my patience, for my silence, for my faith, for enduring betrayal without letting it turn me cruel. I know many women would judge my choice. They would say cheating should never be forgiven. They would say I was wrong to stay. Maybe they are right for their own lives, but this is my story, my heart, my marriage, my decision. I did not forgive because it was easy. I forgave because I wanted peace more than revenge, because I wanted love more than pride, because I believed that Allah sees every tear shed in silence. Today, my husband loves me differently, more carefully, more deeply, more truthfully, and I am no longer the woman who once held another woman's lingerie with trembling hands. I am stronger, wiser, calmer, whole. I endured betrayal, and I found happiness. I forgave infidelity, and I found love. Not every story ends this way, but this one did. And this is the truth of my life, told by a woman who chose patience, faith, and love, and was rewarded with peace.